What's up, Aroma Church family? Pastor Chris here. I got on an airplane with the rest of my family on June 1st. We flew to the States and we've been here since. We'll be leaving in August to fly back to Taiwan. And I cannot wait because I miss you all so much. Cannot wait to be back with all of you. But God has been so good during this time that we've been here in the States. We've been able to meet up with family and friends. I've been able to help my family in a few special ways. And best of all, we've got to connect with churches and other missionaries from around the country and around the world. God is doing some amazing things. In fact, this week I'm at the Home Assignment Ministry Seminar. What that's all about is an opportunity for missionaries to gather and to learn and grow and get ready for our work here in the States and also back in the countries where we are serving. It's been so encouraging to me to hear the stories of what God has done, and it reminded me of the theme that we all have as Aroma Church, which is Rise and Build. Oh, I love hearing the stories of how God is causing us all to rise and build together. You are amazing. One story that jumped out at me recently, among many others, is Leon's story. You know, I still remember the first time that I got a message from Leon on Instagram saying that he wanted to come and do our internship. Wow, it blew my mind. He moved over from another church and joined in our internship program. He's finished seminary. He's starting with us full-time on staff here at Aroma Church. And you all know he's so passionate about reaching out to people beyond the four walls of the church. I'm so looking forward to the way that God uses the gifts and experiences Leon has had in order to rise up the rest of us, to raise up the rest of us. In fact, that's what it says in Ephesians 4. God gave the gifts to the church. Jesus gave these gifts, apostles and prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers, in order to build us up so that we could do the work of the church, the work of Christ. All of us doing that work together. So you know what? Leon's story is so encouraging because it opens the door for the rest of us to see how God is inviting us to rise and build with Him. Man, I am so grateful, so thankful that Leon responded to that call and that he's with our community today. But it got me thinking, what's next? Who's the next Leon, so to speak? Who is the next person that God is going to call? I believe it might be you. And it doesn't mean that you quit your job and go to school to learn something else. It means that you rise and build right in the place where God has called you, in your communities, in the schools, and in the jobs, the families that you're in, that you rise and build. And I believe all of us stepping together into this place will be the people that rise and build. What does that look like? Well, I believe 5, maybe even 10 years from now, that we are going to step back and look around us and see that God has done more than we can ask for or imagine. And I've got a pretty crazy imagination, so it gets me super excited to think about that. I would love that as the aroma of Christ, we, Aroma Church, would help 100,000 people to smell the aroma, that we could share the gospel with 100,000 people in our community, and that we would then be able to train and equip 10,000 of those people to really live the Jesus life, to be the aroma of Christ. And finally, as they become the aroma, to have 1,000 of those people go out and spread the aroma of Christ to places way beyond what we can even think of now. I would love to see the building that we're in now full every Sunday of people, to see it used throughout the week as small groups and classes and other services happen, and people are becoming the aroma of Christ together. And I'm so excited to see us training and equipping the generations, older, younger, kids, adults, people from every place in Taiwan and beyond, to love Jesus so much and to share His message wherever they go. That's the opportunity that we all have together. And we are going to do amazing things because Like it says in Nehemiah 2:20, right after he says, "Come, let us rise and build," Nehemiah says, "Our God will prosper us, and we, his people, will rise and build." That's the opportunity for you and for me, for all of us at Aroma, to be the people who God prospers for his purposes, not for our purposes, but for his purposes, to rise and build this Aroma community. Let's move forward together. I know that God is going to take our Aroma village and rise it up, that we would build it together and see his kingdom come and his will be done. God bless you guys. See you in August. I cannot wait. Love you so much.